Welcome to Vinex Studio. Let's start making games. Hi and welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to see how to use PlayerPrefs to save your data and also how to load it. PlayerPrefs can save float, int, and string. To save a data, you have to use the syntax playerprefs.setFloat key name, comma, the value. This key name is a string that you'll use as a reference to save the data. And after you have set the value, you have to use playerprefs.save to save it to the disk. Now similarly for int, you have to use setInt, and for string, you have to use setString. To retrieve the data, you have to use getFloat and you have to give the key name. So if you're given the key name as test during saving, so you have to give test here to get the data. Similarly for int, it is getInt, and for string, it is getString. You can also check whether a PlayerPref is existing or not using hash key. So the syntax is playerpref.hashKey test. And if you want to delete all the saved data, then you can just go playerpref.delete all. It will delete all the keys that are saved. Now let's go to Unity and test it out. So I have a UI in the scene. It's basically a text. And then I have a save data empty game object which has a test script, and we'll be having a code in this script. So let's open it in Visual Studio Code. First, let's get a public tmp underscore text. We'll call it text. So this is just for the display purpose. This has nothing to do with PlayerPrefs. So next, let us have int public int a equals to 1 semicolon, then public string equals string, we'll call it name equals to my name semicolon. So in the start function, okay, so we cannot use a keyword. We'll call it test name equal to my name. So when the game starts, let's do playerprefs dot set int brackets. Let's give it as test int, comma, value will be a, okay, semicolon. Now similarly, playerprefs dot set string, we'll give the name as test name, and the value will be from test name, and then we have to do playerprefs dot save. So now we'll set the int and the string value, and then we'll save it. In update, let's do text dot text equals get equals playerprefs dot get string bracket test name. So when the game starts, it will save it in the disk, and in update, it will retrieve from the disk and display it. So let's go to Unity. Since we have a public game object, we need to assign that value. So as you can see, the text is empty. So save data to be assigned to tmp text. And then let's play the game. So as you can see, it has saved the data to the disk and then retrieved and displayed it here. You can use PlayerPrefs to save your game data, something like how many levels the user has completed and whether this is the first time the user is logging in. Only drawback with PlayerPrefs is it is basically saved in actual value. So somebody can go and change the value if they know where it is saved. See you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.